Hello, my wonderful people. What's up and welcome back to Z-Star Lovers. In today's interesting episode of This Is Fate, truths are revealed, loyalties are tested, and lives hang in the balance. From Rajveer and Palki's heartfelt confession to Shaurya's rage, Nidhi's dangerous games and exposure, this episode is packed with drama, betrayal, and a life-threatening incident that could change everything. Please don't forget to subscribe for more updates. Now let's break it all down.
Rajveer tells Palki that she is in this situation because of him. He believes that her wedding also broke because of him. Palki gently says there's no need for him to apologize. In fact, she's glad the wedding was called off, because if there is no trust in a relationship, then what's the point of having it? She goes on to say that she's happy they met. Had the bus accident not happened, they would have never met. She believes everything that's happening was already written in her fate. Rajveer begins recalling all the beautiful moments he has shared with Palki, while she, too, thinks about how Rajveer has always stood up for her in front of everyone and protected her. Palki then apologizes, saying she might have spoken too much. But Rajveer replies with a smile that it feels nice to hear what she said. Meanwhile, AK enters the outhouse wearing a mask. He sees both Preeta and Karan there, determined to kill her this time. He silently ties a rope around Preeta's neck to strangle her. Preeta starts screaming, struggling to breathe, and reaches out to Karan, trying desperately to wake him. At first, Karan doesn't respond. He's lost in a dream about his beautiful life with Preeta. Just as Preeta begins to suffocate, AK suddenly gets hit in the back with a burning wooden table. Preeta, still gasping for air, tries one more time to wake Karan. She finally calls out his name, Karan. Karan wakes up with a jolt and sees Preeta being pulled away by AK. Later, Rajveer and Palki are standing in the kitchen, quietly staring at each other. Rocky walks in and is surprised to see them together. Palki quickly says that the herbal drink is ready. Rajveer picks up a pot, explaining he just came to get a utensil. Rocky gets emotional when Palki asks what's wrong. Rocky says they both reminded her of her son and daughter-in-law, who used to fight just like this. She hugs them both warmly. Just then, Shaurya arrives at the kitchen door. He watches the scene and becomes furious seeing Rocky showering love on Rajveer and Palki. Rocky then leaves, asking Palki to bring the drink when it's ready. Shaurya, angrily walking through the hall, thinks to himself that he is fed up with constantly hearing about Rajveer. In frustration, he kicks a chair. Nidhi approaches and asks what has happened. Shaurya, irritated, questions whether she truly cares for him or is just pretending, like the rest of the family. He sarcastically says he must be the luckiest person in the world. Nidhi urges him to look at her, but he lashes out again, saying she should go and join the others who keep defending Rajveer, despite knowing what he has done to their family and to him. Shaurya exclaims that if Rajveer is not sent to jail, he will leave the house. He says if Rajveer's aunt were here, she would be the one supporting him the most, unlike everyone else. Shaurya then tells Nidhi that he is especially disappointed in her. Nidhi, in her thoughts, believes Shaurya can't be disappointed with her, because everything in her favor is because of him. She decides she must speak with him. As Shaurya walks away, Nidhi stops him and asks how he could say that she doesn't love him. She insists that she loves him more than her own life, and assures him she could sacrifice anything for him. She reminds Shaurya that his mother is and will always be by his side. Nidhi then asks if he truly wants Rajveer punished and urges him to come with her. She promises that even if the entire family stands against them, they will ensure Rajveer is punished. Meanwhile, a worker informs Rishabh that all the doors and windows are closed. Rishabh instructs him to bring water for everyone. Just then, Nidhi arrives and questions if the family plans to do anything or simply stay silent. Grandma asks what happened. Nidhi responds sarcastically that the beauty of this house is that no one knows what's going on. Mahesh asks her to speak clearly. Nidhi reveals that today was a very important day for Shaurya, as he was supposed to receive an award. But during his speech, he got electrocuted, and Rajveer was behind it. Shaurya adds that despite all this, his Rocky mom still acts like Rajveer's grandma. Rocky says she loves Shaurya, but he has never truly understood what love is. Karina tries to calm him, saying it's not like that, they all love him deeply. But Shaurya demands they prove their love. Rishabh responds, saying that if love needs proof, then it's not real love, it's just a feeling. Sandy, stepping in, says he shouldn't interfere. But it's clear that no one here truly expresses their feelings. This engages Rishabh, who asks if Sandy is now Shaurya's lawyer. Nidhi redirects the conversation, saying there's no need to lose focus. Today, she will make sure Rajveer is punished. She grabs Rajveer's hand, but Rocky stops her, declaring that no one will arrest Rajveer. Nidhi then asks Rocky to come with her, as she wants to talk privately. In private, Nidhi questions Rocky's behavior, reminding her that she knows how Shaurya feels, yet she remains silent. Rocky calmly replies that she is only doing what she feels is right. Nidhi accuses her of always listening to her heart, without caring for the family. Rocky warns Nidhi never to say she doesn't care for her family, as she has always accepted the family's decisions, even when she disagreed. But this time, she won't bow to Shaurya's wishes. Nidhi insists she is still giving Rocky respect, as the elder of the family. Rocky asks if Nidhi is now going to teach her how to care for Shaurya, reminding her that she knew Shaurya long before Nidhi came into his life. Rocky adds that it's a mother's responsibility to teach her children right from wrong. And Nidhi should have done that. Nidhi asks if Rocky is blaming Shaurya, to which Rocky responds, yes. He is wrong, which is why Rajveer acted in revenge. Nidhi, unable to argue further, turns to Karina and pleads with her to convince Rocky, as she won't listen to her. Elsewhere, Shaurya confronts Rajveer, demanding to know what he has done to make the family support him. Mahesh questions why Shaurya thinks they don't care about him. Grandma assures him it's not like that, and they must wait for Rocky to return and explain. Shaurya says he doesn't understand why they're letting Rajveer pretend to be a part of their family. Nidhi returns and announces firmly that she will make sure Rajveer is punished and arrested, just as he did to Shaurya. Rocky, visibly angry, asks Karina what Nidhi just said. Karina walks in and tells Rocky that she believes Rocky should support her own family and help get Rajveer arrested. Rocky, frustrated, asks if Karina can't even try to understand how she feels. She explains that both Rajveer and Shaurya are young, and if Rajveer gets arrested, his entire future could be ruined. She reminds Karina that when Shaurya was arrested, it was Rajveer's aunt who took back the case, something even they couldn't manage to do. So now, if Rajveer is arrested, would Karina be able to get him released? Karina accuses Rocky of trying to pay her back, arguing that there's no comparison between Rajveer and Shaurya. But Rocky clarifies that she's simply pointing out how Rajveer's aunt showed maturity, and asks, can't they do the same? At that moment, Nidhi calls out to Shaurya to come with her. As they open the door, the police arrive with Raja in custody. Rishabh and Mahesh recognize him. Raja immediately kneels in front of Nidhi, threatening to expose her if she doesn't protect him. Rishabh instructs the police to make Raja talk. The inspector reveals that, although they haven't caught AK yet, Raja has confessed that someone from this house hired him to commit a murder. Everyone is left shocked. Nidhi quickly sends a worker to call Karina Bua and Rocky mom. Karina again insists to Rocky that there's no comparison between Shaurya and Rajveer. Rocky agrees, but reminds her that Rajveer's aunt showed compassion by withdrawing her complaint. As elders, they too should show some compassion. Rocky also mentions that Rajveer once helped her at the temple when she was injured. Karina questions why Rocky is still supporting Rajveer, even though he tried to harm Shaurya. She asks, what if something had happened to him? Rocky pleads with her not to say such things. Karina tries to manipulate Rocky, telling her that she must support her family. Rocky gently responds that she loves Shaurya very much, but she cannot support a lie. Just then, Jairesh comes in and tells both women to come downstairs. The criminal has been caught. Nidhi suspects that Raja is pretending to support her, but she doesn't trust him. She thinks of calling AK and her friend Arohi, but neither of them is answering her calls. Realizing she's on her own, Nidhi concludes that she must find a solution to this problem, even if it seems impossible. Elsewhere, Palki is confused about Raja's condition. She says she can't understand how he is unconscious when his pulse is normal. Shaurya jumps in, accusing Palki of being incompetent, and says she should be arrested for not doing her job properly. Palki snaps back, telling Shaurya he has no medical knowledge and shouldn't comment on things he doesn't understand. Shaurya keeps arguing, demanding to know why Raja isn't waking up. Rajveer steps in, pokes Raja in the stomach, and says that Raja is only pretending, he's acting. He advises Shaurya to start trusting honest people. Meanwhile, the inspector keeps questioning Raja, demanding to know who sent him. Mahesh says Raja has a long-standing grudge against their family and may have returned to take revenge on Karan. Mahesh asks Rishabh where Karan is, and Rishabh replies that Karan might be in the guest room, so he goes to check. However, Karan has woken up in the outhouse and is trapped in a fire. Rishabh enters the guest room but doesn't find Karan there. Nidhi walks in and informs Rishabh that Karan had asked her before going out. Rishabh questions why she allowed him to leave. Knowing his condition, Nidhi replies that Karan never listens to anyone. She suspects that Karan went to save Preeta in the outhouse and decides to go look for him. Nidhi arrives at the scene and, seeing the fire's intensity, thinks Karan couldn't be inside. Just then, Rishabh also arrives and asks what she's doing there. Nidhi lies, saying she came to check if everything was going smoothly and suggests they check together. Rishabh leaves with Nidhi. Inside the outhouse, AK thinks the only way out is through the back door since the police are covering the front. He tries to take Preeta that way. Karan, seeing Preeta being pulled away, attempts to get up but lacks the strength. Back at the main scene, Mahesh thanks the inspector for allowing him to speak with Raja. He warns Raja that if he doesn't recognize him, he'll reintroduce himself. Mahesh reminds him that his family is capable of taking lives or sacrificing their own, and they will never accept the lie that anyone from their family paid him to kill. Just then, Grandma questions what Mahesh is doing. He replies that he was being polite, but if she gives permission, he'll interrogate properly. Mahesh starts slapping Raja, who still remains silent. Unable to take it anymore, Raja pushes Mahesh. This enrages both Shaurya and Rajveer, and they begin beating Raja. Rishabh rushes in and questions what they're doing, instructing them to stop and let the police handle it. Rajveer and Shaurya defend their actions, saying Raja hit their grandfather. Both turn to look at Mahesh, who stands there shocked. Shaurya, still angry, glares at Rajveer. Rajveer, equally stunned by Shaurya's reaction, calmly explains that Raja hit Shaurya's grandfather. But Rishabh sternly reminds them that no matter the situation, they have no right to take matters into their own hands. He informs them that the police jeep is still not repaired and asks the inspector to leave Raja with them. Rishabh then reminds everyone that the golden rule in life is never to take the law into one's hands, at least not in front of the police. But once the police leave, Rishabh punches Raja. Shaurya, Rajveer and Sandy also join in beating Raja. Finally, Raja gives in. He promises to reveal everything and says the person he was sent to kill is present in the house. Nidhi quickly steps forward and stops them, questioning whether they truly believe a criminal like Raja will tell the truth. She insists that Raja is a liar and that they should allow the police to interrogate him. Palki agrees, adding that instead of hitting him, they should check his phone. It will still have the contact information of the person who hired him. Rishabh praises the idea, admitting they hadn't thought of that. He forces Raja to hand over his phone and checks it. He finds that the first call was made to AK, and the second number, though not saved, ends with 86. Nidhi becomes worried, thinking that the phone number might be traced back to her, which could expose her game. She panics, unable to turn off her mobile in time. So she pretends to feel dizzy and causes Rishabh to drop the phone. Everyone rushes to help her sit on a chair. Rishabh starts wondering where the phone went, and they all begin searching for it, but can't find it immediately. Just then, the inspector returns and informs them that the jeep no longer needs to be pushed. As it's been fixed, he says they will now take the criminal away. Rishabh agrees, and the police leave with Raja. Later, Rishabh comes to Nidhi, who pretends to assist in the search for the phone. Secretly, she takes the phone out from under her sari. Meanwhile, Raja pleads with the inspector to let him go, insisting he knows nothing, but the inspector doesn't believe him. AK signals to Raja that he'll save him, then calls his men and orders them to rescue Raja at any cost. AK thinks to himself that he will destroy Preeta in the same fire. Back at the Luthra house, they still can't find the phone. Rishabh comments that it feels like the phone has been swallowed by the earth. Nidhi instructs Gersh to keep looking for it. Changing the subject, Nidhi says they should return to the main issue, getting Rajveer arrested for what he did to Shaurya. Palki questions her, asking if they still intend to arrest Rajveer even after knowing the entire truth. She argues that the law is based on truth, not emotions or family ties. But Nidhi insists that what matters most is Rajveer's arrest, and she is determined to make it happen. She grabs Rajveer by the hand and starts to leave, even as everyone tries to stop her. Meanwhile, AK takes Preeta back into the outhouse, thinking he must finish his work. Otherwise, Nidhi ma'am won't help him save Raja. Inside, Karan is slowly crawling toward Preeta, who is also trying to reach him. AK prepares to throw a wooden stick on Preeta to kill her. Karan sees this and struggles to get up but falls again. AK burns his own hand while trying to move the wooden logs. Karan, despite the pain, keeps trying to get up. As AK gathers the wooden sticks to throw on Preeta, Karan manages to strike him with another stick. AK burns his hands during the struggle. Karan then protects Preeta by lying on top of her just as the pile of wood falls. Preeta looks at Karan, who lies motionless, unable to move. Nidhi is about to be exposed, and Preeta will finally reveal the truth. In the upcoming episode, Nidhi will be seen getting exposed as Preeta regains consciousness and recovers her memory. Not just that, Preeta will inform the police about Nidhi's truth and how she tried to harm her. As a result, Nidhi will soon find herself behind bars. Preeta will return to the Luthra mansion and reunite with her Karan. After seeing Nidhi's true face, even Shaurya will begin to hate her and start accepting Preeta as his mother. This means Preeta will now be living in the Luthra house with both her sons. Well, if you also want to see Nidhi locked up behind bars, then quickly drop a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to Z Star Lovers for more interesting updates. See you in the next video.